iDriveSoCal is brought to you by the best automotive retailers from across Southern California. We consider our dealer partners friends and highly recommend them. When it's time for you to buy, just go to iDriveSoCal.com and click on dealers to get connected. Or email me and I'll personally introduce you. Tom at iDriveSoCal.com. That's Tom, T-O-M, at the letter I, drive like drive a car, SoCal like Southern California.com. Tom at iDriveSoCal.com. Now, on with the podcast.
They've been putting on this show for quite some time, and it's just a gathering of automotive enthusiasts who are really interested, obviously, in automobiles. It's one of the few car shows that has real interest in these vehicles. You see a lot of Italian cars, obviously, but it's rare that you see this many French automobiles at a car show.
Welcome to iDriveSoCal, the podcast all about mobility from the automotive capital of the United States, Southern California. Tom Smith here with the good professor, Mr. Clinton Quan. Say hello, Clinton.
Hi, Tom.
Hello, my friend. Today's podcast is an auto show review, Best of France in Italy. This is one of those little obscure ones that the professor mentions to me, and I'm like, best of who? And organizers, awesome show, fantastic show. Professor sings it praises. You guys could update the website a little bit, just saying. It looks like it's been going on for quite a while because the gallery of the website goes back to 2001. Okay.
So at least 2001.
And Best of France and Italy, obviously, indicates that it's all French and Italian automobiles.
Correct, yes. All French and Italian automobiles.
And now, where this takes place in the San Fernando Valley, where?
It's pretty much in the center of the San Fernando Valley in Lake Balboa, so it's close to the 101 and the 405 near Van Nuys at Woodley Park on the west. Actually, that's the east side of Woodley Park.
Okay, so it's an outdoor venue.
It's an outdoor venue
through and through.
Yes, it's very close to the Japanese Garden. For those of you who are familiar with the Japanese Garden, there it's actually considered probably one of the best Japanese gardens in all of Southern California.
Really?
Yes.
Oh. My wife being half Japanese, I've never heard of it. I don't.
Oh,
think
you should definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go check out the Japanese Garden, and at the same time, check out the Best of France and Italy.
Yeah, you can schedule that for next year, and it's always the first Sunday in November.
And now this one you mentioned. This one is usually has some celebs at it, including Leno. Right?
Jay Leno usually stops by.
So I mean, right there you have your street credibility. Not only a professor, of course. Hey, that's all the street cred you need. But in addition to the professor, Leno usually makes an appearance at this one too.
Yeah, I believe it was 2 years ago he brought his Lamborghini Mira, and my son actually sat in his Lamborghini and took a photo.
That's cool.
Yeah, very, very cool. It's one of the classic Lamborghinis of all time.
And so the Best of France and Italy. Now, obviously, when we think Italy, we think Ferrari.
Yes, Ferrari.
Now, Alfa is back in the mix.
Alfa Romeo.
But all the pics of the Alfas that you showed me, or all the pictures that you showed me, I think I only spotted a few Alfas, and none of them were new ones, right? These are all classics.
There were actually brand new Alfa Romeos there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had the 4C. And they also had the Giulia. I just didn't take photos of those.
Gotcha. Okay. Were there any new Maseratis there?
I didn't see any new Maseratis.
So, okay, I'm kind of directing traffic on this one instead of just letting you explain it to me. But let's real quick go through Italian cars.
The majority.
And French cars that are new in production right here in the United States now. Nothing French, right?
Oh, you're talking about new French automobiles? There are no new French automobiles.
In the United States right now.
Correct. Yes.
But Italian, we have obviously Ferrari.
Lamborghini.
Alfa.
Alfa Romeo. Maserati. Fiat.
Is that it?
I think we've covered everything. I'm trying to think if there's anything we missed.
Both of us are looking at each other like, I think that's it. Okay, let's assume that's it.
I believe that's it.
Now, were all of those represented at this particular auto show.
Yes, all of those makes were represented at the auto show, at this auto show, but the majority of the Italian vehicles, I would say, were Ferrari and Alfa Romeo.
Okay. And then French, we have the Citroën.
Yes.
Is the primary French. What are the other French cars?
Renault.
Renault, of course.
And Peugeot.
And Peugeot. Okay.
Yeah. Those are the ones that I can think of off the top of my head.
And both have had their runs as new production vehicles here in the United States.
I know Renault and Peugeot. I don't recall when Citroën was.
No, I don't
in the
think
US.
Citroën ever was.
Yeah.
Renault and Peugeot.
Yes.
Okay. It's just trying to wrap my head around, the past and current.
Actually,
Go ahead.
Bugatti. But
Bugatti.
Yes.
Well, how can we miss that one?
Yeah. How can we miss the ultra exclusive
Right.
automaker Bugatti?
Right. Bugatti, it's funny. My folks were just in town to help babysit our son during this past weekend, which was our first annual symposium for Hope for Stomach Cancer, the stomach cancer patient advocacy nonprofit that my wife and I put together, followed up by the 5Ks of Hope Run Walk. If you didn't make it out, please do make it out for future events. The race against stomach cancer, I think we're going to have it every year in November. But at any rate, I'm totally digressing. I apologize. My folks were just out, and I was talking with my stepdad, and he was saying, boy, you really, because they're from suburbs of Chicago, and now they live in the deep north woods of Wisconsin, where you hardly see any import vehicles, much less a lot of Benzes and BMWs. And he was commenting how you just see those all the time. He's like, oh, yeah, they're always out here. So you mentioned Bugatti, and I was thinking about the conversation that I had with my stepfather, whereas, that's the one vehicle, or one of the few vehicles that even we here in Southern California kind of crank our heads around going, whoa, hey, did you see that one?
Yeah.
Right? You see a lot of Ferraris, you see a lot of Lamborghinis, even a McLaren from time to time, but you see a Bugatti on the road. I mean, that's a pretty memorable experience. I don't think I've seen
that's
many.
That's on a whole nother price level. So that's why it makes it so incredibly memorable and special.
Yeah.
You're talking about a car that's easily exceeds $1 million. So that's in a whole nother
entry level.
Yes.
Do they even make?
There's only one model.
One model of Bugatti that's
right now. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, totally digress. But so it's the best of France and Italy, and hey, we're talking about France and Italy and the Midwest, and Hope for Stomach Cancer. But I gotta plug that thing,
Somehow you're able to link everything together.
I try. Thank you, Professor. So this show's been going on for a while, and per their website in the gallery, 2001. So quite a number of years, and it's one of those underground shows that the good professor, with his finger on the pulse of everything happening in the automotive world here in Southern California, knows about and shared with us. It was posted on the iDriveSoCal. On the iDriveSoCal events page, and tell us about the show. You've been going for a number of years, right?
Oh, I've been going for a number of years. I live in the Valley, so I'm very close. I feel like if there's one show I gotta go to, this is it, because it's so close to where I live. And this is a non-judged show, so it's not like a concours. Very casual show. People roll in at different times of the day. Some people get there really early before 9 o'clock.
It's just a one-day thing.
Yes, it's
Saturday or Sunday.
It's Sunday. It's always the first Sunday in November.
Okay.
And it officially starts at 9 o'clock, and the official time it ends is 4 o'clock, but usually it's over well before 4 o'clock, probably 2:30, 3 o'clock.
And this is a free show.
It is a free show.
Come and go as you wish.
It's a family-friendly show. It's a pet-friendly show as well.
Perfect.
And so a lot of the owners, they'll bring in their cars, as I mentioned, much earlier than when the show starts. And some people, they bring it in much later, 10:30 or 11 o'clock.
And as far as some of the pics that we're going to post, there's one that is a really goofy-looking, kind of classic space-age station wagon taxi. Had a yellow submarine theme. That was one of the French ones, the Citroën, right?
Yes.
And then the A couple of new Ferraris, which were, wow.
Ferrari 488. Yeah, that's one of the current Ferraris.
Gorgeous. Were those
660 horsepower?
Was that someone's personal ride, or did a manufacturer bring that out, or did a dealer bring that out, or?
That is someone's personal ride. Almost all the cars are personally owned. I think it's rare that you'll see a manufacturer's vehicle at a show like this.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you know about the show, how this one got together? I mean, obviously these are hardcore.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a single person that organizes this event, or if there's a committee for the Best of France and Italy. But yeah, they've been putting on this show for quite some time, and it's just a gathering of automotive enthusiasts.
And
who are really interested, obviously, in French automobiles. It's one of the few car shows that has real interest in these vehicles.
Meaning Italy and France?
I mean, specifically French automobiles.
Yeah.
You see a lot of Italian cars, obviously,
right, in
concours and the Art Center Car Classic we just covered. But it's rare that you see this many French automobiles at a car show.
Now, being at a park, are there any vendors that come out there as far as like coffee or lunch or whatever? Or is it kind of like bring a picnic? Or?
Oh, yeah. There's actually, usually they have two or three food trucks. There's a coffee shop vendor.
Okay,
there's
so it's somewhat organized.
And there's also a number of individuals that bring out parts for French and Italian automobiles.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
vendors selling parts for. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's sort of like almost like a little swap meet that they put on.
Interesting.
Yes.
Especially when you consider the level of vehicle, because that's I mean, some of those cars are museum worthy, at least their rarity, if not their condition. I don't know.
Correct. Yeah, I would say the rarity. And so this is a great place to go find some parts for your vehicle where you normally wouldn't be able to find.
Now, is this the type of show that we're going to see vehicles from Peterson or Mullen or any of the museums, or not likely? More just personal rides?
It's possible to see cars from museum. I think I may have seen some vehicles from some of the museums in prior years.
All right.
Yeah. There's a really wide and vast collection of automobiles. A lot to see.
At this particular show?
Yes.
Because I was going to say overall, obviously.
Yeah,
that's why we do a lot of podcasts.
Yeah, yes, specifically for this show.
Okay.
This park it's pretty spacious, and they have the cars are really spread out.
How many cars are typically so? And I didn't see any stanchions either. So people just pull up on the grass, and it's kind of like, as you mentioned, spread out.
Well, when
you
drive in, there are volunteers that will designate where to park your vehicle,
where your spot is.
Yeah, they have a section for Ferraris, they have a section for Lamborghinis.
Okay.
The French automobiles, those are all separated as well. They have categories.
How many vehicles do you usually see at this show?
That's a good question. I would think at least a couple hundred, 300.
Really?
So. Oh yeah, there's
Wow.
quite a few cars at the show. Yes.
So I mean, you figure 200-300 cars. Each car usually brings a multiple of 2-3 people, right? 5-6 people, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, are we talking about those kind of numbers attending the show?
I have no idea what the attendance is.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have any numbers on that.
Okay, I'll let you off the hook on that, Professor.
But there's definitely there's quite a collection of automobiles at this show.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what else about the Best of France and Italy out there in the San Fernando Valley? I got to get to this show. The pics are really, they're good-looking cars. And the fact that they're just in the parking lot, no stanchions, that kind of casual environment, that excites me.
It's actually in the park, not in the parking lot.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes.
Sorry.
I know what you mean.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Well, I would say if you want to see some really unique and interesting French automobiles, this is certainly the car show to go to. And even if you're not into French cars, but you love Italian cars like Lamborghinis and Ferraris, Fiats, Alfa Romeos, some of the classics, the ones you normally don't get to see at such as a concours, then this is the show.
Yeah,
where you'll be able to see.
Well, hey, it's on the professor's list, so you know it's it's worthy of checking out.
And if you're looking to maybe get get a older Alfa Romeo and maybe get a good deal.
Was there a lot of sales going on there too?
There are I wouldn't say a lot, but there are cars that are for sale.
All right.
So you might be able to find something really special that you wouldn't see at another show as well.
All right, fantastic. Anything else before we wrap?
I think that's it.
All right, well, fantastic. Professor Quan on the Best of France and Italy 2018 style. Thank you as always. If there's anybody out there that is interested in this genre that also knows how to build a website, I think you knock on the door of these organizers, because the show is much, much, much bigger and better than what's represented. All due respect, guys, but than what's represented online.
Yes.
The website could use some updating. This show is a really, really cool one. So with that being said, again, all due respect, way to put on a great show, guys. If there's anybody out there that's interested in helping, it sounds like a volunteer gig,
yes,
but a passion project nonetheless. Without further ado, Professor, thank you again. For iDriveSoCal, I'm Tom Smith. Thank you, as always, for tuning in.
This episode was engineered and edited by Bobby Flores.
Howdy. Still here, huh? That's cool, but this one's pretty much done. But we have tons of additional content at our website, iDriveSoCal.com. If you're not listening from there already, you should definitely check it out. From there, you can subscribe to our newsletter, the podcast, or leave a note. And I'd love to hear from you too. Here's my email, tom@iDriveSoCal.com. That's Tom, T-O-M, at iDrive, the letter I, drive like drive a car, SoCal like Southern California.com. tom@iDriveSoCal.com. Thanks again for listening, and please reach out with whatever's on your mind.